Hello folks, it has been a while since Samsung announced its 200 megapixel sensor, and it's highly likely that the South Korean company's next premium phone, the Galaxy S23 Ultra, will boast this camera. It's apparently not the same as the HP1 and HP3 versions that the company has already announced, and there were some speculations that the 200 megapixel sensor meant for the S23 Ultra would be really big, but that seemingly is not the case. Smartphone vendors have a size limitation that prevents them from equipping their phones with very large sensors. In recent times, we have seen companies employ a technique called pixel binning, whereby smaller individual pixels are combined together to act as one big pixel and churn out more detailed images. For instance, even though the S22 Ultra rocks a 108 megapixels camera, it takes 12 megapixels images by default. Similarly, the new Apple iPhone 14 Pro, which comes with a 48 megapixels main sensor, produces 12 megapixel shots. Such tricks can only get you so far though, and at some point physics will catch up and camera sensors will have to get bigger to accommodate more megapixels. So, while it's unlikely that the Galaxy S23 Ultra's monster 200 megapixel sensor will be the same size as the S22 Ultra's 108 megapixels unit, the increase will almost be insignificant. This scoop comes from esteemed leaker Ice Universe, who says he is 100% sure that the S23 Ultra's main 200 megapixels camera will be 1 by 1.3 inches in size, and it will have 0.6 micrometer sized pixels and a larger aperture of f1.7 for getting in more light. This is different from the ISOCELL HP1 or HP3 modules, the current 200 megapixels camera sensors on the market. For reference, the S22 Ultra's 108 megapixel sensor is 1 by 1.33 inches with 0.8 micrometers pixels and an f1.8 aperture. He adds that it will only be a little bigger than the iPhone 14 Pro's 48 megapixels main camera, which he says is also 1 by 1.3 inches. There is a chance that it will be smaller than the sensors on some competing Android phones that will be released next year. He might be referring to phones that may use 1-inch sensors. As has been evident by its recent attempts to poke fun at Apple, Samsung is more focused on maintaining its lead over the iPhone maker. The megapixel count is still viewed by many buyers as a benchmark number for deciding how good a camera is. At the end of the day, there are many factors that influence image quality other than megapixels, including the sensor size, because a larger sensor can fit more pixels and capture more details. The Galaxy S23 Ultra is rumored to retain the 10 megapixels telephoto sensors of the S22 Ultra with 10x and 3x optical zoom. Nothing is known about the ultrawide camera.